สวัสดีครับ Good morning Mabuhay Hola Hi all the fans I'm admin co of KP1 Worldwide I'm so glad in this so honor to have a Gladys Queen of Philippines with me this morning I got Samantha Panlilio with me now I'm so excited I got goosebumps. Okay, I'm sure you here. I'm so excited indeed. So, all the fans worldwide, especially in Thailand and in Philippines, please coming in, enjoy our live today, and get to know up close and personal with the Gladys Queen of Philippines, Samantha Paninyo from Cavite.
Hi
Samantha,
everyone.
say hi to all the fans, please.
Hello and Kapunka. Thank you so much for inviting me here today, KP1 Worldwide. I super appreciate you reaching out, and I'm so excited to be here to finally get to talk to you.
Oh, thank you indeed. Thank you indeed. Everybody just excited and waiting for this time around. Many people just couldn't believe that I got you, because I'm so
Really?
tiny and you're just
Yes.
so grandiose. And first of all, I would love to congratulate you. All right. I would love to
Thank you.
congratulate you in person. Okay, not in media. That's why I
Yes.
took a little bit of time. Okay. I'm so glad indeed that you win. Okay.
Thank you.
And you actually in my 12 outstanding contestant list. Okay. I made
Oh,
the list
nice.
3 weeks before the coronation night. You can check. You one of the 12, and the um, the most significant part of you that I see is your articulacy. Okay, your speech. I mean, your mom can join. Okay, so all the
Oh,
fans.
sorry. My dad. My dad
Oh,
is
your
leaving,
dad.
so I say
Hello,
yes.
สวัสดีครับ
Yes.
Daddy. So
He says hello.
you can call your daddy Joy, so people
Oh, okay, that's
around the
okay.
world and in Thailand can know your family as well.
Okay.
Right. So everybody just excited about your winning. Okay, it's just amazing, just amazing,
Thank
and you
you.
inspire a lot of people because you're not that tall,
Yeah.
but you perform very well and you speak from your heart. That's why a lot of people just in awe of your winning and your performance that night. So
Oh, thank you.
I would love to send you my congratulations, the big one today, and all the fans as well, because all the fans that send me their congratulations to you beforehand. And
Oh,
also, I would love you to to explain about your life before a little bit before you come and
sure.
join Pageantry. And I say you one thing. That is one of your attribute that catch Thai people ears. You know what? It's your
What?
accent. Your accent.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm
because
glad you like it.
yeah, Thai really love your accent. They
Thank
just
you.
like when they listen you're speaking, they just turn turn their face and oh, who's this girl? Is she Philippines? Because your accent is very Americanized. So
Yes.
that's why people just start searching about you and your bio when you competing bini. So
Yes.
I got you here. I would love you to
Yes.
to tell all the world by yourself then.
Yes. So basically, before joining beauty pageants, as you all know, I'm Filipina. I was born and raised here in the Philippines. However, for college, when I was 17 years old, I moved to the US alone for college in Los Angeles, California. And hence my accent is very American, as you would describe it to be. And so, yeah, after I graduated with a business degree and a computer science degree, so I was a coder back in college. And until now, I still practice coding as well on my spare time. And then I moved back to the Philippines to help with my family business. And we specialize in land development, hotels, and resorts here in the Philippines. So I'm very blessed to be in the tourism industry, even though that it's not economically doing so well right now. But I'm sure that we will recover soon. And so, yes, that's a little explanation also about my accent.
Right.
Yes.
And I saw like the caption in your bio of Facebook, just amazing because before you joining, you work like in business, like and
Yes.
senior consultant. Uh-huh. So
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised that how great a speaker you are
Oh,
because
thank you.
all your job you need to associate with people,
Yes.
and yeah,
Actually,
that's
yes, when I was growing up, my dad, so my family's into business, and so even when I was like 10 years old, I would sit into business meetings already, and my dad would force me to present to the board, So I'm really used to speaking publicly and to a lot of people, and I'm so glad that he trained me to do this, and I never knew that it would benefit me in the pageant world. So just very thankful for that as well.
right.
Yes.
Come up, come up.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I think I agree with you that after COVID, tourism will be like, the explosive,
Yes.
industry because a
Yes.
lot of people just yearning to travel, to have a rest, after, self quarantine, like a home isolation or something. So be
Yes.
ready, Sam. Okay, be
Yes.
ready to get a big money after COVID. All right.
I hope so.
Sure. And Sam, I really wonder why it take you so long to join pageantry because I think according to like the pageant loving country like Philippines or Thailand, joining pageantry at 25 is quite a late bloomer.
Late.
So tell
Yes.
me then and tell the fan then what how come?
So I moved back to the Philippines when I was 23 years old. So, pageantry was never in my radar before. I never thought about joining a pageant, nor did I when I was younger. And so, I figured that when I moved back to the Philippines, aside from helping run my family business, I really wanted to challenge myself, put myself out of my comfort zone and have more passions in life and have an advocacy that I want to fight for. And so I thought, what better way to do that than to join Binibining Pilipinas, which is, of course, the most prestigious pageant in the Philippines. And to top it all off, I found out that my aunt Myrna Panlilio was the first ever Binibining Pilipinas universe. And so I could not resist that chance to do it. And so I figured I'll go for it. And also, when I joined the Binibini pageant, I just turned 24 that time. So a lot of us actually increased in our age by 2 years. So
Okay, right. But
yeah.
anyway, I'm not a beauty queen, definitely. So, I mean, I would like to ask you, would you find it daunting, like, to begin a journey as a beauty queen at 24 and it's just like you have to start all over from zero within a year and competing without knowing that you're going to win the biggest crowd in
I know.
Philippines.
Not really, because I felt that joining at my age at that time, at 24 or 25, I feel that I have gathered so much life experiences already, which to me is an advantage in a pageant because you're more mature, you know what you want, you know what your purpose is, and you have a very clear mind coming into it. And so the only thing that I really needed to focus on when joining Binibini is, of course, the technical things like your we call it Filipino pasarela, your walk training and the way you answer questions. But yeah, it was basically that aspect that I knew I had to work on. But other than that, I feel that life experiences really makes a beauty queen as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, before you joining, or even though you're thinking that okay, I'm ready to join. Okay, have you got like someone to be your example to follow the trail?
Yes, I really admired Karen Gallman. If you know, she is the first Miss Intercontinental Philippines. Yeah, I really admired her beauty, and she actually joined Binibini when she was 18 years old, and the next time she joined, she was around 24 as well. So I really
Mm,
just, yeah, I really watched her and saw her maturity, and I thought, I might as well go for it as well.
okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, did you join as an independent, or do you have a team, or
Oh,
have you been
yes.
handled by beauty camp?
Yes, I'm in a beauty camp. When I moved back to the from the US, I joined right away because I knew I had to start training. I'm with Kagandang Flores KF, with Tito Raj, and that is basically the same camp as Sam, Samantha Bernardo as well.
Okay, KF, right?
Yes,
And
KF. Represent.
and one thing, Thai fans would love to ask, Philippines, that what a coincidence that a Philippine
I
chosen the third Sam, triple Sam for Miss
Yes.
Grand. Yeah,
Yeah,
what a coincidence.
yes, but when they appointed Sam Bernardo, people were already egging me on that, hey, you could be the next Sam. And I just never thought that it would come true. And I'm so glad it did.
And we all know that, third time lucky, and third Sam probably lucky. Okay,
Yes, yes, very much so. But you know what?
that's right.
Beginner's luck, and maybe third Sam's the charm with Miss Grand. So let's see.
Okay, right. Okay, Sam. We got quite a lot of message from both
Sure.
Philippines and Thai. Okay, I might just start from Philippine fans first. This is quite my fans. He asking you because you're not that towering. Okay,
Yes.
as we know. So, what kind of message to those people who doubtful in you of the chance to win Miss Grand International?
You know what? As we've seen recently, that a lot of the Miss Grand winners are quite really tall. And it's not a secret that I'm not as tall as the other girls. I might even be the shortest. However, I want people to know that your height does not define you. Just because you have one aspect of your physical beauty, it doesn't mean that it should be a disadvantage. So, my gameplay here is that I want to play to my strengths. I want to make sure I have a killer walk to make up for my height. And I also want people to know that my height does not define my purpose, my reason why I'm fighting, and the reason why I want to win MGI.
Mm, I think you. I think now you got already half a crown on your head. Okay, half
Yeah,
a crown. Another half just
almost there.
come to Thailand and showing on the stage. Okay,
Yes,
right. And Sam, during BINIBINING, I mean,
yes.
would you find like some pressure because you always be the first because you're number one?
At first, I did because every time we have events or an interview, I'm always the one first, and all the other girls asking me in the dressing room, like, what did they say? So I felt that it was a disadvantage at that point. But however, I just started to enjoy it because when you're number one, you finish earlier with activities. You can also go home earlier. So I wasn't complaining.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, what is the hardest part of training? Um, did you find, in yourself? What is the
Yeah.
hardest part?
For me, it was definitely the walk because, like other girls, they've had pageant experiences before. They trained with their beauty camps before. However, this is my first time, and I think we can all agree that doing a pageant walk is not something natural to our bodies. You have to train your posture, and there's so many technical aspects that you have to look at while training to do your walk, your pageant walk. And so that's what I had the most difficulty in doing. However, I'm glad to say that my walk was okay for Bini, but I do intend to improve it, especially for Miss Grand International.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very great. And also, I saw the news, like an article yesterday, I think, couple of days,
Yes.
that you have like has been congratulated and accreditation by
Yes.
Cavite, right?
Kavita,
Governing
yes, it's so
governor,
nice of
right?
them. Yes.
So
That was
glad
so nice of
indeed.
them.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad indeed. It's such an
It's
honor to be recognized.
Yes. Yes.
So I
And
mean, you become the finest and the pride of Cavite North, right?
Kavita, yes. Thank you to Kavita again for all the support. Yes, and
Okay,
it's
I,
actually been a while since we had another beauty queen from Cavite. So that's why,
all right.
they I think they really enjoyed it.
Right. All right. All right. So, may I, translate to Thai a little bit? So
Of
I
course.
let Thai
Go
know.
ahead.
Okay. คืออย่างนี้นะครับคุณแซมนธาปานิโยเนี่ยล่าสุดเนี่ยคือได้รับการยกย่องเนอะจากผู้ว่าการรัฐคาวิเต้นะคะว่าแบบเหมือนเป็นผู้ที่ทำคุณประโยชน์ให้กับคาวิเต้มากเลยเนี่ยคือโหก็คือแบบขึ้นเป็นเพลทเลยนะก็ก็เลยแสดงความยินดีกับคุณแซมนธานะคุณแซมนธาก็บอกว่าขอบคุณมากเลยมันก็สักพักแล้วนะอะไรแต่เพิ่งลงนะคะแล้วคุณสมนท่าก็บอกแฟนๆว่าขอบคุณมากๆนะที่ให้การสนับสนุนอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแฮปปี้มากแล้วก็ดีใจมากๆเลยที่ชนะอะไรเงี้ยก็อยากจะเป็นแรงบันดาลใจให้ทุกคนนะว่าคุณสมนท่าเขาไม่ได้มองว่าความสูงเนี่ยมันจะเป็นตัวบ่งชี้ความสำเร็จนะครับแล้วเพราะฉะนั้นคุณสมนท่าเชื่อว่าคือถ้าเราเพอร์ฟอร์มดีเนาะเราแบบมาจากข้างในนะเราก็สำเร็จได้คุณสมนท่าทำให้เห็นแล้วนะว่าเป็นยังไงเนาะเพราะฉะนั้นไม่ต้องกังวลเรื่องความสูงนะถ้าใครจะประกวดนะครับดูคุณสมนท่าเป็นตัวอย่างเนาะแล้วคุณสมนท่าก็ดีใจมากที่แฟนๆเข้ามาชมเนาะก็ยังไงแบบว่ารักแฟนทุกคนนะ Sam, I just repeat your message
Of course.
for Thai fans again that your height wouldn't define you, okay, and
Yes.
wouldn't be determined of your success in the future. So just go for it,
Yes,
and be
definitely.
the best and the best of yourself and training hardest, and so
Yes.
the outcome will return you the best.
Yes.
So right. I mean, do you have any advocacy that you think that you're going to present in Miss Grand International as well, or to take it with you here?
Definitely. If you see my post on Instagram, I'm very passionate about sustainability, because I go farming in Cavite every weekend and I meet with local farmers, and they tell me small ways in which we can be sustainable. And there are so many initiatives that we can take, as individuals and as a community. And I hope to bring that hopefully in an international stage and make people realize how important it is, especially agricultural sustainability, because that's where we get our food. That's where our system initially starts.
Mm, that's good project. I mean,
Yes,
I'm one of the earth lover. Okay, so I
yes.
totally support your
Oh,
project.
thank
But
you.
would you mind to like to suggest some of the way that we can provide like agricultural sustainable living?
Yeah, so focusing on agriculture, I think it's always best to do research when you go to the grocery and buy food. Or even if you can, if you have a garden at home, start your own vegetable area. And because you really want to know what you're putting into your body, and that starts by knowing what kind of soil you use. And so it's very, very important to really do your research and also try to just use less plastic, of course, and just make people more aware. And at home, if you have Netflix, you can easily just go watch a documentary too. I would definitely recommend Seaspiracy or Cowspiracy or Kiss the Ground on Netflix. So if you guys are interested, go check them out.
So, Sam, have you ever heard about plant-based diet? Plant-based
Yes,
diet.
yes. I actually I love to try different diets. I tried keto, I've tried veganism, I've tried vegetarian, and throughout the week I try to do a plant-based diet at least 3 times during the week, because
Mm,
even though I want to go full plant-based, I think that with the schedule that I have, it's
mm,
not such a good time to switch my diet right now because I do need the energy and see what my body
mm,
is used to. So
mm.
maybe at some point we will get there.
Yep, yep, yep. Sam, I just starting, okay, to to try on plant-based diets
Oh,
just I think
okay.
last month,
Nice.
because one of my guests and a very special guest, Dr. Nok Shalida, she is
Hmm.
Miss Thailand 1998, and
Oh,
she is a
wow.
judge and a health coach of Miss Earth Thailand 2021, and
Oh,
she
nice.
is a strong advocate of plant-based diet. Okay,
Yes.
so she recommend me and have me trying. I couldn't believe that it's so delicious.
Yes, yes. And
You
there's
know,
so many alternatives now to meat. There's Beyond Burger, there's Impossible Burger that they call made
Yeah.
out of tofu or soy or corn. There's so many options.
Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe that that is a green,
Yeah.
okay? Because
Yes.
I didn't, I didn't smell like, like the green, yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
But I feel that's so delicious. I mean, it's like a meat for me, But
Yes.
what we have, the food intake is just like all the agricultural, and you feel just so fresh. But
Yes.
according, based on your experience and also your studying and your advocacy, Sam, might you say something to, like, to correct some misunderstanding about the alternative diet, because a lot of
Hmm.
people just think that when you eat green, you, like, you wouldn't have enough energy to go on with your
Hmm.
life. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
So that's why they chose not to.
Yeah, so I would encourage people to try to go green at least maybe once a week or twice a week, just so that you could feel more refreshed. Because if you think about it, back in the day, humans weren't really supposed to be carnivorous. And we were meant to get all of our nutrients from plants. And even though it doesn't feel that you're taking enough density in terms of what you eat, or that you're not eating enough when you're eating alternatives and vegetables instead of meat, you actually are. And it's giving a lot of nutrients to your body. So I suggest to do some research also on what you think might go best with your personal diet, because some plants obviously have more nutrients or particular nutrients in them than others. And yeah, see what works for your body at the end of the day.
Mm, it's
Yeah.
Sam, I think I got my soulmate in food, okay,
Yes.
today.
We have to eat when I go there.
All the fans, okay? You got, like, some very strong recommendation
Yes.
from the grandest queen. I mean, it wouldn't, it wouldn't have anything bad if we start trying to save the
Yes.
earth, okay? By go
Yes.
green, just one meal or two meal a week. Just try,
Yes.
okay? It's good. It's good. And Sam, also, fans would love to know about, your life outside pageantry. What do you do normally? I mean, in your free time or anything?
Yes, so my life out of pageantry is, like I mentioned earlier, I work for my family business. So I have to go to the resorts in the islands in the Philippines all the time for inspections. And, I'm a very outgoing person. So I love hanging out with my friends. I love eating out, but also I love to work out and I curate my own recipes. If you guys don't know, I do have a cooking vlog called Wifey Worthy Meals on Instagram. And this is also something that I actually mentioned on my final Q&A. And so right
Mm,
now, I'm really trying to elevate like the Filipino cuisine because I feel that it is underappreciated in the international level. And so hopefully I get to do that and make more Filipino recipes with a twist. And yeah, and most of
mm.
my recipes are very healthy. You can even see the macros on my Instagram. So yeah, if you want to try some of them out, please let me know, and maybe I can give you some tips or tricks as well.
Yeah, sure, sure. I mean, I'm
Yes.
so glad indeed. I'm so glad indeed. As I told before, I found, soulmate in food today, okay? And with
Yes.
the queens. I'm so
Yes.
honored. I'm so honored. Oh, actually, Dr. Sharina would join, and she should join with us because I would
Yes.
love her to join, but
I would
she's
love
so
that.
busy. All right, all right. So I mean, you got, like, you won as a Miss Grand Philippines, and you probably one of the first Asian queen, I think, to be named. Uh-huh. So
Yes, that's true.
have you start, like, outline your strategic plan for MGI 2021 contest?
Yes, I've already talked to my core team and we're planning how to strategize on, yeah, our attack on the MGI pageant. And we are also trying to plan my national costume and our evening gown and, have some options. And the one thing that I'm very excited about also is just collaborating with more Filipino designers so that we can really showcase, the Filipino art and how much our fashion has evolved.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
So, can you just like give a little bit of spice to the fans? How many designer would you like would you like to work with? I mean,
Uh,
for your gown and everything to get yourself ready in MGI.
so for my evening gown, we still have not decided because we're still, me and my stylist, Mac and Isha, we're still trying to see what kind of gown we want and see what designer would fit best with that. And as for the outfit of the day, when you go to Miss Grand, of course, you have to have a nice outfit every day. We have at least 15 Filipino designers who are willing to work with me for the Miss Grand International. And, I'm so excited to work with them because when a designer lets you wear his clothes, you're basically representing their work of art. And I think that is such an honor to for them to even agree.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people just also like very exciting in waiting for
Yes.
to watch all the Philippine showcase in net course, especially,
Yes.
and in evening gown because it's so epic. Philippines
Yes.
evening gown is very epic.
E-
So
yes.
we excited and we waiting for that as well. And also, Sam, I mean, I hardly, writing about you during your bidding meeting because I wouldn't find source to have your info. I
Hmm.
mean, at that time, I would love to go back a little bit. Aside from Miss
Okay.
Grant, do you have like, a secondary choice of the crowd that you're wishing for?
Of course, when you join a pageant, you look to see what fits you. And because one of my beauty queen role models won Miss Intercontinental, I also had my eye on that. But you know what? Deep down inside, I really knew that I had the personality for Miss Grand. And so yes.
Mm, mm, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, when when you already won, like, I would love to know about the reaction of the the Cavite. How did they react?
They were super happy. A lot of my fellow, we call, if you're from Cavite, you're called a Caviteño or Caviteña. So a lot of my fellow Caviteños were sending me reaction videos, and it's also on YouTube. It was so cute. It was so funny, seeing how much pride they have of me representing Cavite finally, and finally we won a crown. So I'm just very glad.
Okay, right, right. Okay. For the I would love to read a very nice
Sure.
comment on you. From Philippines. Hang on. A lot of people, watching from Philippines. Thank you, all Filipino
Oh,
fans. I love you because most of my fans are Filipinos. Okay. Anyway.
yes.
Uh huh.
You're
Right.
very
Right.
popular here.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
why
Thank
when
you. Thank you.
when when I saw your message, because I didn't see it because it was on the message request and so many messages. So when I saw it was you, I was like, "Oh my God." I'm
Oh,
also a
really?
fan.
Oh,
I was
oh,
following you throughout Samantha Bernardo's journey. That's why I really
yeah. That's
recognized
right.
your voice. I recognized your voice
Yes.
when
Oh,
the
thank you
swimsuit.
indeed, Sam.
Yeah, of
I
course.
feel like, I feel so, I'm so flattered and I just,
Aw,
feel like a giant now,
you
going to
are.
explore your comments. I'm so glad indeed. Thank you indeed for for recognizing me.
You're very welcome.
Thank you indeed, Sam, and thank you every Filipino fans to recognizing me that I did coverage Samantha Bernardo, and I always support Filipino queens. Okay, always, always, because I
Aw.
just feel that I'm like one of their fans. Okay, and all the fans here just said that you are very well spoken.
Oh, thank you. Salamat.
And
Maraming salamat.
all right, and this one, okay, um, from Gino Pack, um, maybe this final because it was canceled. Okay, right. Can I answer for this question? All
Oh,
right.
yes. I think you know
Okay.
more than I
As
do.
far as I know, Gino, right. It's not like it doesn't have any concrete announcement that MGI 2021 going to cancel. All right, it's not yet. But postpone probably. Probably. I mean, there's a chance. But not have like official announcement. But definitely, if it taking place, I promise that I'm going to be there. Uh-huh. I'm going to be there. And definitely, I'm going to accommodating Samantha Panlilio, okay? I'll be next to you, Sam. I'll be next to you. And I will send all
Thank
the
you.
news and coverage live to all the fans in Philippines. So keep follow me at KP1 Worldwide. Uh-huh. But probably if that time come, I probably got allies with other page as well. So we can add in several pages so many Filipinos can watch Samantha Palinio perform excellently. I'm sure that she's going to perform fantastically. Okay,
Oh,
that's
thank
very
you.
nice. And Sam, we all know that you are very, very articulate. And about your Q&A portion during Bining,
Yes.
um, what is something that you expect to be asked?
I was actually expecting a lot of COVID related questions, and I'm so glad that they asked that question because I was able to talk about my personality, show my personality rather, and also talk about my hobbies. And, in my mind, when he asked me, what was the thing that you did during the pandemic? I was going to say farm, either farm in Cavite or cook. But I thought cooking is better because it's more innate in me. And I've been doing this for a long time. And that's
Mm.
why that is my answer.
Mm, that's very great. That's very great. Because
Yes.
when you answer, I'm sure that you're going to be one of the prospective proud winner. But I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I'm not sure which one. But according to
Yes.
your answer is really good, really good, very
Thank
very
you.
smooth. So that's why I'm asking you. Like you already like prepare for this sort of question to be asked because it's so natural. Something that your answer is so natural. Mm-hmm.
Yes, when I train with my Q&A coach, shout out to Jan, I don't usually put an answer for each question that he would ask because, like how I performed in coronation night, I want it to be natural. And so let's say he has a question for me about COVID, I just write down my thoughts. I don't write down an answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Yes.
good. That's good.
Yes.
And I would like to know the feeling. Okay. Like a second before your name be announced to be a winner, and the second after you were crowned. So how big different? Can you tell all the fan and me as well? How do you feel like from nothing and another second you become the big things?
Yeah, I was crying right away. I mean, if you saw, there's this video posted on TikTok of my initial reaction because that wasn't seen on Binibini when they said my name. I was just like, and I was just crying the entire time. And I saw Sam walking up to the stage, and me and Sam are actually really good friends, and so we were screaming at each other across the stage. And so when she got to me and they were putting on the sash and the crown, we were just screaming at each other. We were like, "Oh my God!" So it was just a very funny, friendship moment too, on top of the overwhelming feeling. And if you also keep watching the coronation, when Hannah was being crowned Miss International, I was there in the background, still like, wiping my tears and taking the moment in. It was really nice. It was such an amazing feeling. Really a once in a lifetime.
Mm.
Wow.
Sam, I watched live, okay, at that night, and I did react with my fans, okay, that night, while I have dinner together, and also, you
Oh,
know
nice.
what, I think like there were a wrong caption on the script,
Yes. It
yeah,
said Hannah
you know,
Arnold. Yeah.
and I'm quite not sure because I was embarrassing indeed because when you were crowned, I'm quite sure that you're going to be Miss Grand, but the caption said Miss International. I just
I love Miss International. Yeah.
so so I'm I was shocked for a long while, but I said okay, even no crowd, you have it's okay. So I just turned okay. It will be fine. You will go to Miss International. That's okay. And next,
Hello.
Miss Grand International, on the screen said that Hannah Arnold. I'm even shocked.
Oh,
I said, okay, right. There's still
hello.
time, plenty of time to to train for her passerella to be like Grand. And I just, perplexed indeed.
Oh,
What's wrong
hi.
with
Sorry,
me?
I think the connection.
Right. So I found out the day after that it's actually the wrong caption on the screen.
Yes,
So
yes, it was.
I was quite relieved, because otherwise I just narrate all the wrong message, So
Yes.
Sam, another question from the fans. Fans would love to know what are you most looking forward to in Thailand?
You know what? Even though I have traveled a lot, especially around Asia, I have never been to Thailand. And so I'm just so excited to go there and, learn about the culture, learn more about the language. And I heard that Thai people and Filipino people are very similar, especially in terms of hospitality. And so I really can't wait to witness that for myself. And also on top of that, I really can't wait to meet the other girls in Miss Grand as well because I think that more than just a competition, this is a pageant that brings different cultures and people together. And so I can't wait to meet them and also make new friends because I also heard that Samantha Bernardo had a really great time. She's met lifelong friends, and I can't wait to do the same as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And Samantha Bernardo is really big. I can say that she is a darling. Okay, she is a darling of
Yes.
Thai fans, and I'm sure that you're going to be another darling. Okay, in Thailand. I'm sure. I'm sure because Sam's so lovely. Sam,
She
she's so
is.
lovely. Very affable, very kind, and like Thai, feel like very close to her about her
Yes.
personality. And Sam, I found that BINIBINING this time, I mean, this batch, really close. I mean,
Yes.
when I, look on the screen, it gave me like a very positive vibe. So can you tell me about, how all of you, stay together, joining together, and just going out on the telly together, spend a lot of time together.
Yes, before the coronation night, we were actually quarantined in a hotel beside the Coliseum for 1 week because, of course, to prevent COVID, we were in a bubble. And yeah, we got to really spend a lot of time together after not seeing each other for almost more than a year. So we were very, very happy about that. And you know what? Also, backstage before the opening number, a lot of the audience members who were sitting up close to the stage said that they could hear us screaming and cheering for one another. And it was just such a great moment of camaraderie because everyone just wanted to support each other and we just let go and we just had so much fun during the coronation night. I've never experienced any cattiness with the girls, and so I'm very lucky and blessed to be with this set of Bini girls this year.
Right. And all the fans, especially Thai fan, I would love to tell all the fans again. Samantha Panlilio joined BINIBINING 2021, is it? 21, is it? Uh-huh.
20 to 21.
Uh, yes, as the first time, okay? First time. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's quite amazing. She just joined as first and then she just finally won. Uh-huh. So all the Thai fans and Thai girl, you can be inspired by her story
Yes.
that anyone can win, okay? Anyone can win.
True.
So no matter how long how many times you try or it's just your first try. I mean, it's if you're ready enough, if you're trained good enough, I think you will success like Sam. So a lot of people just wonder because they seem they saw you like sort of a season pageant contestant.
Oh, really?
Because
Thank you.
yeah, because I mean, during swimming suit preliminary, that's quite a huge, program here. Okay, a lot of people just watch on YouTube,
Yes.
and you also number one, and like you so confident, you're so
Yes.
confident. So a lot of people just wonder, how long have you been like trained, and have you like ever tried in pageant before? So once the info found out that you actually the first time, so it's quite a mess here. Okay, it's quite
Oh,
amazement here.
thank
So
you.
I just
Yes.
want to.
I also think that, even though this is my first time, I do want to say that if you work hard for something and if you want something to happen, then you will make it because hard work really does pay off. And unlike the other seasoned pageant girls, they've had experience. However, I knew that and I had to work doubly hard in my training camp. So sometimes I would go there more than 4 times a week to train extra because I knew I had to put in that extra work. So I hope that, like Ko said, I hope that my story inspired you, but I also want to point out that you have to put in the work to get to where you want to be in life.
Mm,
Yeah.
Great advice from a winner, okay? And
Thank
Samantha,
you.
I think a lot of people would love to know, especially for beauty queen who, like training very hard in speaking. I mean, according to you, you are a great orator. Can you, share some tips? If someone would love to be like a good speaker on the
Mhm.
stage, how they start with, and like how they going through, like
Develop.
methodically, just
Yes.
share your tip a little bit.
Sure, sure. If I could give any tips, I would tell you to read a lot of books because when you read books, it expands your vocabulary. It helps you with your diction and your tonation, especially if you say it out loud. And the one thing that I would love to encourage people to do is actually talk to whoever is around you. I'm naturally a social person. I'm a very outgoing person, and I just love to talk, really. And so if I see someone in the restaurant, maybe a waiter is here, I would ask him more about the menu, ask him, when did the restaurant open? Small questions like that, and always take an opportunity when you can talk to someone, even someone random, because you can always learn something new every day and small fun facts here and there.
Mm. So I mean, how she, I mean, how she, okay, how one beauty queen construct the answer or the message as to get the good point.
Oh, yes. And so basically for me, my advice is to, first of all, answer the question, say your point, and answer it on the first sentence. After that, have a supporting body or a supporting statement about what your answer is, and then have a strong closing statement. So
Mm.
the three. Yeah.
Okay. What about if she experience or encounter quite a sensitive question? So might you give her some tip how she could channel out of the difficulty and get a good point?
For me, if it's maybe a political question or a question that you don't really want to answer, for me, I always think that you have to pick one or the other, especially if they give you an option. Like, do you believe in this or do you believe in this? So, with questions like that, I would tell them what I believe in. And then after, I would also tell them that I do respect the other side and that we all have our own shared opinions. However, then I would go back again to why I believe in my first point. Because when you pick something, you have to defend your answer, whatever that may be. Again, in pageantry, there's no wrong or right answer, but they judge you on how you can defend that.
อืมโอเค
Yeah.
สำหรับแฟนคนไทยนะคะcan I sorry I just
Oh no,
would
go
like
ahead, go ahead.
to explain in Thai ก็ได้ถามซามนธานะคะว่าซามนธาเขาเป็นคนที่ตอบคำถามดีพูดเก่งนะก็เลยบอกไงแชร์ทิปหน่อยว่าน้องๆนางงามเนี่ยที่จะประกวดเนี่ยทำยังไงให้ตอบคำถามแล้วมันได้คะแนนนะปังอ่ะบนเวทีแล้วซามนธาก็บอกว่า เนี่ยอย่างแรกเลยต้องรู้ว่าเรื่องอะไรก่อนต้องการจะพูดอะไรให้มันได้ good point นะแล้วก็คือไล่เรียงมาคราวนี้ก็ถามว่าแล้วถ้าเจอคำถามที่มันแบบหมิ่นเหม่เนี่ย sensitive เนี่ยจะยังไงเอาตัวรอดยังไงแล้วได้คะแนนคือซมนธาเขาก็บอกว่าโดยส่วนตัวเขาเนี่ยยังไงเขาก็ต้องเลือกอย่างใดอย่างหนึ่งเขาจะไม่ยกตรงกลางนะเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยถ้าคำแนะนำเนาะเพราะว่าซมนธาเนี่ยเขาขึ้นชื่อว่าเป็นคนที่พูดเก่งพูดไม่ใช่พูดเก่งเดียวคือพูดดีอ่ะพูดได้คะแนนพูดตรงเป้าและการที่เขาเนี่ยชนะมงกุฎเนี่ยโดยความสามารถเขาเลยที่ชัดเจนก็คือการตอบคำถามนะคะคราวนี้เนี่ยนางงามไทยเนาะที่สนใจจะเอาทิปที่ซมนธาเขาแนะนำนะก็ใช้ได้นะคะซมนธาเขาน่ารักมากเลยนะเขาก็บอกว่าเลือกอย่างใดอย่างหนึ่งแล้วก็หาเหตุผลที่มารองรับที่มันโอเคนะคะคืออันเนี้ยแบบดีมากๆเลยนะเนี่ยThank you so much Samantha I think I don't think that is there anyone ever asked this kind of question to you
No, not yet. This is the first, but I'm having fun answering this question.
Thank you indeed I think I would love like some specialists like you to share the great tip to someone that need to be improved in terms of communication skill. I mean, Thailand and Philippines are friends, best friends, so we
Yes, of
can
course.
share, knowledge, and something if some area that we still need to improve, I think we can adopt, okay? We can adopt and learn, and we can
Yes,
improve better. And
very
easy
true.
question from Big Grand. Samantha, what kind of food do you love?
I love pad thai. I really do love pad thai, and I also love Thai tea. I actually just had
Okay,
I had pad thai for lunch. I'll send you a picture later because I knew
okay,
that I was
right,
talking to
right.
you. Yeah, so I love Thai food, but I also do love Japanese cuisine as well. And so yeah, my three top cuisines would be Thai, Japanese, Filipino, of course. Okay, let's make it four. And also French food.
Oh, French. Okay,
Yes.
right, right. What about Filipinos food? Can you recommend me some? I'm a foodie as
Yes,
well.
of course. I would recommend the pork sisig if you eat pork, or you can also get it in chicken version. It's basically like cut up chicken with some fat, and they sizzle it in this hot platter, and it's so good and lots of spice because I love spicy food as well. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
chicken sisig.
Sam, this one is quite a tricky question. Okay, from the fan Gino Pack again. If you would choose one, okay, Love Life or MGI Crowd, just speak from your heart, okay?
Okay, well, I would pick the MGI crown, of course, because that is my utmost goal right now. However, I know my boyfriend's watching, and I know that if he loves me, he will wait for me.
No, no wonder why she won the crowd.
Yes.
Look at her, how she respond. Okay, okay. It's just clear winner. It's just clear winner.
Yes.
So, have you ever been to Thailand, Sam?
No, this is going to be my first time, and I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm. And also, Sam, I mean, now you are queen of Philippines, and for the next stage, you're going to be queen of the world. All right, if you
Yes.
succeed. So, what kind of queen would you expect you to be? If you're going to to present the whole population of the world as a Miss Grand International.
So, I always told myself that if I were to win any crown, the Binibini or the Miss Grand International, what I would ask myself is not what can the crown do for me, but what I can do for the crown, because that's what really makes a queen. And all the advocacies that MGI stands for, like stop the war and stop the violence, that's something that I definitely want to pursue. And other than that, I want to pursue my own legacies and make sure that the world knows about it and really raise awareness on that. And to top it all off, the legacy that I want people to remember me by is that you can really achieve whatever you want in life as long as you work hard for it, and as long as you put your mind to it and you take
Mm,
the initiative to do it. And so that's something that I really hope to inspire people by. And again, I the kind of queen I would be is when I wake up and I ask myself today, what can I do for the crown?
Right, right. Okay. Can you explain me more about what kind of approach that you would love to be a part solving according to MGI mission Stop War and Violence.
I have done my research and I found that there are so many organizations wherein you can help out, not just through financial aid, but you can also actually help out people by becoming a counselor for people who have gone through those experiences. And, being in a country that doesn't necessarily have a lot of internal wars like here in the Philippines, I do have to really put myself out there and be more aware of what's happening in the world. I also do want to connect with people, firsthand people who are living in those countries, children most especially, because they do not deserve that kind of treatment or that way of living. And so, yeah, with MGI, I definitely want to get into that more and really immerse myself, in the advocacy and see what more I can do rather than just donate financially or make people more aware. But also, I want to volunteer, I want to be a counselor for those kids as well.
Oh, now, I think we got a very, very strong contender to a crowd of MGI
Thank you.
2021. Very, very strong. How she communicate her thought is so good. Very on
Thank
point.
you.
Very on point. And Mr. Nawat watching. Okay, I telling you, he
Oh,
watching.
hi, Mr.
Sure.
Nawat. I'm so glad you're
And
okay.
yes, yes, Kunawat, Sam say hi to you. And also, the question from a fans, Ian Press Kubalen. He asked, is beauty pageant still relevant in this time of pandemic?
Beauty pageants are so relevant because it gives us hope. And not only that, because I have experience with my Binibini sisters that during the pandemic, we did not only use our social platforms to make people more aware of factual news, but we also used it to show people what advocacies we're working on and how they can contribute. And I personally used it to tell people about the food drive that I was doing. And I was so surprised that so many people reached out and helped me. And so I think that it is so relevant because more than just the glitz and glam, it's really a platform for us to use our voice so that people will listen and also, like us, take action.
And as a woman, nowadays, as we knew that, just like you, very high, highly educated lady, and nowadays, lady got higher education, and when they finish everything in life and be ready to to do pageant on everything, it's quite late now, 20 something, okay, 23,
Yeah.
24 already. And what do you think is about the idea to allow a marriage woman to join, in the pageant, the same pageants like the single one?
You know what? I feel that as a society, as the humankind, we have been more accepting about genders. We have been more accepting about identity. And so I don't see any problem about with married women joining a pageant because we are women, we are strong, and we are able to compartmentalize our emotions and our goals in life. And so, even if you're married, it doesn't mean that you can't be a beauty queen and you can't inspire the people around you, or it doesn't mean that it will take off your attention from the crown, right? And the same goes with gender equality and the same goes with identity. It's more about the acceptance. And again, at the end of the day, like I said earlier about my height, that is not what defines you. What defines you is your purpose, your fight, your fire in you, and your drive.
Yep, yep, yep. That's good. Sam, I would love to get your opinion. All right.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not a beauty queen, never contest, and so I wonder why do we have an age limit?
I think we have an age limit because, as you grow older and more mature, I would say that maybe you have other priorities in life. You'd like to start a family. And, when you're young, you are at your best health, right? And you can really do anything. And being a beauty queen is demanding in the time that you have, all the interviews that you're going to do, the traveling. And so I totally understand why there is an age limit because you're at your prime years. And that's definitely when you should be a queen and take advantage of that.
Right. So what about if one day the pageant just relinquish the age limit? Would you find comfy with that? Like, any woman at any age can join.
Um, I think it depends on the pageant. Maybe there should be pageants that have a certain age range, and some pageants also maybe to just have a limit as well, because it really depends again on the activities that you're doing, the advocacies that that the pageant support and that you will have to support as well, because again, depends on how demanding that would be, and if the age um, it doesn't allow that or doesn't let you have that enough energy to do that, then I think that's when we should put the limit and the age range.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So come back to question from fans. From Michael, Angelo, Vanessa. Do you believe that women are more empowered today than yesterday? Why and why not?
Definitely. And I also think that we have to recognize that we have come such a long way, because women equality, women empowerment, we have been fighting it for decades. And every day I feel that we have been making progress to making this world a more equal world. And I think that we also have to recognize that we have so many leaders or who are women today. For example, the Prime Minister of Australia, she led the country into almost beating the COVID virus. And so we have to recognize that too. And I also want to give a shout out to the Philippines, because we have the most women presidents thus far in history. So I'm very, very proud of that.
Right. So I agree with you, but Sam, do you have like any proposal for for like for the governing body or anyone that's responsible for to reduce violence against women?
Do I have any proposals?
Yeah.
I think that the Philippines has really made progress on that aspect. We have a safe spaces bill that has been passed, and we have other initiatives towards that. And, people are really listening more now, especially when it comes to domestic violence. The police really listens, and I'm so glad about that. And, at this moment, I have to say that I watch the news every day, and I don't see a lot of violence towards women anymore. And so I think we're on the right track. However, that doesn't mean that we have to be complacent, and we need to always watch out for one another, because women empowerment is all about women supporting women. So if we keep that up, then I'm sure that we can achieve a country with where women violence, or any violence for that matter, does not exist.
That's right. That's right. As a strong lady and as a winner, okay, and Miss Grant always support a lady to be lead and to be strong, to be independent. And I would love you to express your opinion and such. I mean, in your own opinion, all right? If
Yes.
some women stay in the like abusive relationship, okay, would you suggest her to walk out of that, or just stay for her children or something?
I would say walk out. I'm a very strong woman, and I really believe in equality and all our rights. And it's okay. It's not okay to be in abusive relationship. However, we also have to be aware that these women who are in abusive relationships have problems also with their mental health, and they do really need guidance into getting out of a relationship, because not a lot of people know, but it's actually very hard for a person to get out of that cycle, to get out of that habit and break from that certain person, because they have some sort of attachment towards them. So that's something that we have to be sensitive about in terms of dealing with this. But my initial advice is to get out of the relationship, because you do not deserve that, and you deserve so much more as a woman or just as a person.
So what about, I think there should be someone, I think in this situation listening up, but, haven't got enough courage to walk out. So
Yes,
what would you, have a soft advice to her to build to build her bravery to get out of,
sure.
that situation?
I would tell that woman, and if you are watching right now, reach out to your family and friends, because the first step into getting out of a relationship like that is to be vocal about it, because you know that the people around you want what's best for you, and they want everything good for you. And so I'm sure that once you tell them, it will help you realize that you do not deserve that. And I'm sure that they will also help you get out of that relationship, maybe by seeking professional help as well.
Support, Sam. Great, well
Thank
done,
you.
well done. Okay, so I will serve you with another, another tricky question.
Sure.
I would love you to put current shoe. Okay, put yourself into current shoe.
Ah, yes.
What about when you encounter this question? When is it okay not to be okay, and when is it not okay to be not okay?
You know what? It's somewhat related to the topic that we just talked about, abusing women. So when this question comes to my mind, the first thing that comes to my mind rather is mental health. And so I would answer like this. It's okay not to be okay always because the depression rates are high right now. Suicidal rates are high, especially given the pandemic. And it's very natural for us to feel depressed or that we are not enough, especially during this time. And with social media and everything, you need certain validations in life. And so it's fine to feel that way. However, I think that it's not okay to not be okay when you know that it's getting too much for you because you have your own threshold and you know yourself the most and you can gauge yourself and know when it's time to reach out and ask for help.
Mm. Hmm. Okay. All clear. All clear. Okay. And another question. I think Gino Pack, you can be a speech trainer. Your question is so good, so precious. Okay. And this question: what would you do if your loved one who suffer COVID-19 but maltreated by the government because of his or her remarks is against the government's response of the pandemic?
Wow, that is very strong and very controversial indeed. As
Yeah.
a human being, of course, I would not have the best feelings towards that body or those people in charge of my loved one. And I don't think again that because you are against that certain organization that they should punish you through not giving you the right treatment for COVID. I think that everyone should have an equal opportunity of being treated correctly for COVID and or any disease for that matter. And just like how everyone should have an equal chance into getting the vaccines. And I encourage people to keep getting vaccinated.
Mm. Yep. Yep. I totally agree. I mean, everyone shouldn't, deserve to have their own opinion. And for me, I don't expect anyone to agree with me. Okay.
Yes,
So, we can be disagree in many issues, but the thing is, we still have our own basic right. Uh-huh.
correct.
So I totally agree with Sam. No matter what kind of opinion each have, they still process. They still have the right to be treated well. Okay, act
Yes.
like like a citizen. And Sam, Gino Pack give you a comments, a very high commentary. Samantha always nail the question thrown at her. Clap. She proven, okay? In my program
Thank
now,
you,
she
Gino.
proven that she excel, okay, in Q&A. Definitely. I don't find any I can see she on the stage and she will trash the mic for sure. A mic
Yeah.
eater. The mic
Yeah.
eater.
I love that term in pageantry.
Right. And a lot of people, watching you from Koh Samui as well, Thailand, and watching from Philippines as well. Uh-huh. And Sam, have you followed Thailand pageantry somehow?
Yes, I have. You know what? I actually just started watching all the past MGI editions recently. And so I started with 2017. I think that was the time of Elizabeth Clenty, who was also my height and a Filipina. And she did really well in the pageant. So I also started watching Miss Grand Thailand. However, I'm still trying to look for sites that also give subtitles so that I can understand it. But you know what? Miss Grand Thailand, it's so fun to watch. I mean, because most of the Miss Grand MGI is in Thailand, so they already know, how how much energy they have to give, especially the introductions. I love watching it, and it's just so much fun. And I really do appreciate the Thai pageantries as well. And I think that we have a lot of similarities. And so I also can't wait to connect to more people when I get there.
Yes, and Sam, would you mind to shout out to your fans and to all Filipinos to follow my page KP1 Worldwide and my IG Gopanasa, because if you love a Thai pageant, okay, aside from Philippine pageantry, so it's a good idea to follow my page because I always put both of them. I mean, aside
Of
from
course.
worldwide pageantry news.
We're fans of you. I've been following you for a while. So guys, please follow her page. Again, it's KP1 Worldwide, and also follow the personal Instagram, which is
Gopanasa, here.
yes. Yes. And you know what? She has a lot of great news, and I really encourage everyone to do so, especially to my fellow Filipinos, because we have so many similarities with Thai pageants. And it's just so nice, to see what our neighbors are doing. And, it's just such a good, friendly way to engage also with them and to share our culture. So I definitely recommend following KP1 Worldwide.
You're so nice. You're so nice indeed. You're
Of
so nice.
course.
And Sam, I mean, do you have any kind word to Thai queens? Because many Thai queens support you and love you.
Oh,
And I
that's so
telling you,
nice.
what I love in you, the most, aside from your personality, I love your styling.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to my stylist, Mac.
Yes, yes, thank you. Your stylist. I really love your
Thank
styling.
you.
I mean, it's match you. I mean, I wouldn't feel that you're small, okay? When he styled you, okay?
Yes,
And
yes.
every outfit you had on, it's just, like striking, very
Oh,
striking. Yeah,
thank
so
you.
I love
Thank
your
you.
styling. I'm telling you. Uh
Thank
huh.
you.
And Thai fans love you, and Thai fans find you very beautiful. Okay,
Aw,
your
thank you so much,
face, your
Kapunka.
feature, and especially your speaking skill. It just beyond the roof, beyond the roof.
Thank
And
you.
thank you all the fans from Indonesia and Filipinos that say hi to me. And this one คุณภูมิใจที่กลายพันธุ์ say hi and love Sam from Thailand. And Sam, I got a friend, many friends, who are um, insider. I mean, you know, in the
Yes,
circle of Thai
yes.
pageantry, watching you today, okay? Watching our program. A lot of queen, a lot of PD, creative director, and also other pageant as well, such as Miss Rupa National Thailand, director um, and staff. They watching you, and I'm sure that everybody just love you. You just affectionate and so smart, so smart. Okay. We close to the end. Before you go, I would love to get some recommendation for tourist destination because a lot of Thai nowadays, including me, if have a chance, would love to travel to Philippines. And also, your family business, has been closely related to tourism. So, would you mind to recommend me some, just couple of, two or three or four?
I definitely to Boracay Island and Palawan, and of course, where my family business is, it's called Puerto Galera. So sounds quite, Spanish, and it's super fun area. The beaches are wonderful. The sand is super smooth and not coarse at all and very white. And so, yeah, I would recommend you go to those three islands. But I also want to say that I'm very excited to go see the beaches in Thailand because I heard that they're very similar. And, with me, especially being a huge travel dog, I can't wait to experience that too and see the
Mm-hmm.
similarities that we have.
So, what about pageant queen friends? Say something about Thailand, like Thai beach. How they say?
They say it's lovely. Like Sam, I think traveled to the. Okay, please correct me if I'm wrong. Is it the Fifi Islands or the Phi Island? Fifi Islands?
PP Island, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, Sam went there and she said it was so amazing. And I have a lot of friends who've been there as well, and they loved it. And so I actually have a lot of, or a few of my Binibini sisters, like Francesca Taruk, Sam Bernardo, and maybe Miss Globe Rowie, Lucero. They're going to come to Thailand to watch my pageant because we want to travel after together. So very excited about that too.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yes.
So I'm waiting, okay? I'm looking forward to that day as well because I
Yes.
probably can get you the whole pack, okay? And do some
Yes.
coverage of you and get some new as well. And I would love to thank you, summer fan. I mean, not summer fan, all fan here that say hi to me. Hi, Admin Co. Hi, Admin Co. And thank you indeed that still remember me and love me and support me. And I would love to thank you, Kion Takahashi, that dropped in comments. Okay, hi, admin. And he not only right, okay, but he proven that he watching us, okay, because he put down on the link of the live program here. So make sure that I realize that he watching. And also, Sam, I wish you all the best of luck, okay? And I mean, enjoy your time as a queen,
Thank you.
and also stay safe, okay,
Yes.
and stay ready, okay. Whenever
Thank you.
the announcement from MGI 2021
Yes.
of and the dates is ready,
Yes.
I would, if in Thailand, I would expect to see you at the airport, from day one,
Oh,
I'm
can't
I'm ready
wait.
to, to help you and to teach some Thai. I will give you
Yes.
some Thai lesson, okay? Couple of words, okay? Because some of fans say that
Okay.
please teach some Thai to Sam. Okay. What kind of word do you want to know, Sam?
I just want to know the basic phrases and, the greetings. And I also want to know, like, how to say, how are you? Have a wonderful day. Have a blessed day. Just very positive
Okay.
comments.
Right. Okay. How are you? It means in Thailand. It's not
Oh,
actually in the
sorry. I'm
sense,
just
okay?
gonna get
In the
my,
sense
I'm just
yeah,
going
in the
to
Thai sense,
get
it's
my
not
charger.
exactly how are you. How we
Yes.
speak
I,
like เป็นไงบ้างสวัสดี we always start with สวัสดีครับ okay? It's Thai manner. Uh-huh. Hello. Oh, lost connection. Okay, just waiting for her to come back. Sam, hello. Hello. Sam. Sam, come back, please. Come back. All the fans, just wait a minute because sometime um, our guests lost connection mid air, so it take couple seconds until they rejoin again. Uh huh. Um, hang on. Is there raining over there in Philippines? All the fans. Is there any typhoon? Hang on. She's trying to get in. Okay. Connection. Uh huh. Hang on. Just enter. So I just read of the fan comments ขอบคุณคุณภูมิใจที่กลายพันธุ์นะครับเดี๋ยวโก้จะบอกให้ว่า I'm waiting for you นะ Philippines will get the first golden crown all the fans this is a very good comment from Thai okay his name is คุณภูมิใจที่กลายพันธุ์ he said that I'm waiting for you means Samantha Panlilio the Philippines will get the first golden crown okay right I believe so and he said that again คุณภูมิใจที่กลายพันธุ์ he's Thai okay he said that I love Pinoy BL series okay so okay because I know that a lot of Filipinos love Thai BL so actually Thai also love Pinoy BL as well uh-huh okay all right okay understand thank you Lucy Will Sean Elias they're telling me that she ran out battery I think and she just get her charger all right understand okay I mean I can wait no worry as long as I knew that she okay because I wouldn't have any idea how she lost uh-huh okay all right okay okay you are in UAE so can I ask what are you doing that I mean what are you doing here working or studying or become like a natural resident over there hi hi Sek Forbido hi thank you to say hi to me okay Sam coming hi Sam
Hi.
what happened
I'm so sorry. My phone died and I was panicking, so
okay right
I'm charging
oh,
it right now. Yes.
oh at least I know that you will okay because
Yes.
I couldn't imagine what's wrong with you because I thought that
Yes.
that probably might be a typhoon in Philippines
Oh
uh-huh
no, no. My phone just died, so I'm so sorry about that.
okay that's okay
Yes.
right we almost finished okay I just teach
Okay.
you some
Of
Thai
course.
okay in
Sure.
Thai if you we always start with สวัสดีครับ okay สวัส
Yes.
ดีค่ะ for a
Which is
lady and สวัส
hello.
ดีครับ yeah สวัสดีค่ะ for a lady
Sawadika.
and สวัสดีครับ for a man so every time you meet Thai you just start with clasp your
Sawadika.
both hand together and just bow your head okay bow your head
Okay.
and say สวัสดีค่ะ is the
Okay.
first thing to do and then you just ask them สบายดีไหมสบายดีไหม is like how are you uh-huh
Sawadimai.
สบายดีไหม
Sabaydimai.
yes correct the
Got it.
right accent correct okay and then the positive message probably um วันนี้เป็นวันที่มีความสุขมากนะคะ that
Wow,
means
so nice.
today is a wonderful day
Oh, that's so nice. So how do you say it again?
วันนี้เป็นวันที่มีความสุขมากนะคะ
Wani.
เป็นวันที่มีความสุขมากนะคะ
Hiwansut Manika.
เป็นวันที่มีความสุขมากนะคะ
Hiwantik Wansup Wanika. Yes. I
always
have to brush up on my Thai.
yes
I'm
that's
also
right
actually
Sam
yes.
always remember I mean in Thai okay we always have like an N word uh-huh like to help intonation soften okay like
I
for a
see.
lady we always in a polite term we
see.
always end the sentence every sentence with ka
Oh yes, I researched that. It's more of a respect thing, right? To be more
yes
polite.
that's right
Yes.
yeah but for the man it's crap if for the
Crap.
man
Yes.
it's crap yeah we
Yes.
always end the sentence with this kind of word because it soften the tone of your message
I see.
and
I
it's
see.
deep it's like sometimes it show your humility
Oh, I
humility in
see.
Thai is very significant gratitude humility respect
Yes. The same with
and
the
quite
Filipino language.
outstanding attribute yeah
Yes.
it's quite outstanding so Sam last word please can you say something kind positive to all the fans worldwide, especially Thai fans. You got a lot of Thai fans.
Oh, thank you so much. I just want to say thank you guys for all the support. And, I know that we are in the middle of a pandemic and we are in the middle of, we are in a time of healing also, in a time of recovery. And so I just want to encourage everyone to just be strong, be committed to what you're doing, just work hard. And I know that we will recover someday and, just have a positive mind and always to protect yourself and to protect your loved ones as well, because you never know how the times are going to change. And so, just be grateful and cherish every moment like it's our last.
Okay, Sam, just a little bit, just the comments from the lady. This lady is a Miss Grand, okay? She Miss Grand Samut Sakhon 2021.
Oh,
She
wow.
yeah, she's Miss Grand like you from Kawite, okay? And
Oh,
she
thank
going to
you.
compete in Miss Grand Thailand. And she say hi to you. Would you mind to say hi back, or give her some encouragement for for her
Yes,
contest in Miss Grand Thailand?
of course. Hello. And I'm wishing you the best. I'm rooting for you. I will be watching and I'm super excited to see your pageant. And I'm sure you're going to kill it. So slay the stage. And I hope to see
Her,
you in
her,
Miss Grand.
her name is Miu. Can you say her name, please? Miu. Kun Miu. Miu.
What?
Her name is Miu.
Kunam is Mew.
Her name is Miu.
Kunam is Mew.
Yes, yes, that's right. Kun Miu. So now you heard your name from, from the real queen of Philippines. She called your name and gave some, big encouragement for you to fight for a crown
Yes,
in
you
Miss
got
Grand
this.
Thailand. Uh-huh. And also, again, because you are, a big appreciator of plant-based diet. And Dr. Nok Sharida, she is, a healthy food writer, contributor, TV director, TV producer, and host Miss Thailand 1998. Oh, she got many things, and definitely she's a strong advocate of plant-based diet.
Diet,
Would you
yes.
like to say her name and say hi to her and give her the support, because you and her share the same journey toward the green food?
Of course. Sorry, could you repeat the name again, please? It's Dr.
Dr. Nok Sharida, Miss
Nok.
Thailand 1998.
Awesome. Dr. Nakchalita, I just want to say that we share the same thoughts and, we are fighting for the same plant based advocacy. And so I hope that we can connect someday and we can meet soon. And I just want to commend you for all the awards you've gotten and really well deserved. And congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. And last question for the fan, okay? Why should you be the first Filipina queen to win MGI crown?
I think that I should be the first Filipina queen to win the MGI crown because I think that I have what it takes. And I am just so ready for this. And I just really want to fight not only for my country, but I want to fight for the advocacies that MGI stands for as well. And I think that I do have a really strong fighting spirit and I have a character. And I hope that I can prove that this coming MGI.
Oh, that's nice. And Sam, would you mind to to certify this comment from the fans about me? This comment from Gino Pack, and he said that thank you, Admin Co. You are the best Thai pageant vlogger. You are the most
Yes.
loved and famous Thai pageant vlogger here in the Philippines. Is that true?
That is true. I told you since earlier, we've all been watching you, especially for the Miss Grand when Sam competed. I really recognized you when you messaged me. I was like, oh my gosh. In Filipino, we have this word. Let me teach you some Tagalog as well. It's called kilig, Kilig. So when you're kilig is when you get butterflies because someone did something sweet or something kind to you. And that's how I felt when you messaged me so that we could do this interview.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all the fans. This one on my great fan as well. Amo, Maka, Word Radio Power. Hi, Aminko, my love, and hello to Samantha. And thank you, all the fans. I'm going to end because Samantha got a very hectic schedule. And
That's
and
okay.
thank you, Samantha, for everything, for your
Of
precious time
course.
given to me, and some great advice to all Thai Beauty Queen and Thai fans. And we expect to see you here. Okay, and I would
Yes,
love
I
to
can't
thank you,
wait.
Ray Santos, and your manager, who like facilitating the
Yes.
appointment to be fruition. And also definitely I would love to thank you, BBP Filipinas official, okay, to allow you to give me an interview. And
Of course.
Sam, I would love you to to pass your kind word of me to other queen like Hannah Arnold and Maureen Monte and Cindy and other queens. So they would be considering to give me an interview as well.
Oh, that would be amazing. Yes, please, guys, please have an interview. It's so fun. And I genuinely had one of the best times during an interview right now. And yeah, I would really
Okay,
encourage you to.
okay. Please pass your kind
I
word to them.
will.
Okay.
I
So
will.
I would love to have a chance to interview each of them as well. And thank you everyone for today. Okay, and enjoy your day. And I wish love all the fans, Filipino fans, your fans, Thai fans, and Latin fans who are also watching here. To follow my program because I always stick up to Filipino queens as well, and Thai queens and Latin queens, everyone. I love you so much, Sam. You're very deserving.
I love you too.
No
Thank you
wonder.
so much.
No wonder. Okay? Height doesn't matter. I confirm.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, it's a brain. Okay? It's a brain.
Yes.
Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye, and
Thank
say
you
hello to
again.
your family, your dad. Okay?
I
Thank you
will.
very
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you for having
Okay.
me.
Bye
Bye.
bye, all the fans. ขอบคุณมากครับสำหรับมาโป Bye bye.
Bye.
Gracias.
Thank you. Kapun ka.